let's just talk about what Asta did this chapter and how strong Lily is, to show how strong Asta is. We already know that Lily has all of 100% Beelzebub's power, but it's even more than that. She also has a Grimoire amp, because I know a lot of people, they talk about, oh, well, Lucifero, all these devils, they didn't have a Grimoire, so they weren't at their full power. Well, Lily has a Grimoire, and then she just got all of Beelzebub's power. And that means that she automatically is probably well above 100% Beelzebub. And then she gets a Sacred Power amp on top of that. So as for how strong Sister Lily is, she's way stronger than 100% Beelzebub, right? And then what does she do this chapter? She does a combo spell to herself. Water, X Spatial Magic, Sashiel's Flash. And this is stated to be, like, a very strong spell. Probably her strongest spell, because it's a combo spell. She says she needed a stronger spell. Now, the importance for combo spells is that combo spells have been consistently shown in Black Clover to be A plus B, or greater than A plus B. So, like, if you do a combo spell, it's greater than just adding the powers together. Which, what this means is that it's essentially a power with, so let's say the water magic, it's used with all of her mana. So, it's a power right here, the water, greater than 100% Beelzebub, and spatial magic also greater than 100% Beelzebub. So we actually know that this spell is over 2 times more powerful than 100% Beelzebub, because it's a combo spell. And I'll show you the reasoning real quick why, like, combo spells are just pretty much objectively greater than an A plus B increase in power. It's shown way back in the Elf arc. I think this is Elf Klaus and Elf Hamon. And this isn't a combo spell. This is just them attacking at the same time. And they're doing this to Asta, who I believe is crucified. And Mimos is crucified and Asta's in front of it. Comes in. This is base Elf easily negates the spell. Easily. And this isn't a combo spell. This is just them just merging, or just attacking at the same time. So it's A plus B, because that's both their spells. Just easily negates it in his base. Let's go to the next chapter to show why combo spells are greater than A plus B. So, what happens is they attack again, and easily negates it again. So it's showing that them A plus B is nothing to base And then what happens? They do a combo spell. The combo spell is so strong, and we know it's greater than A plus B because needs to transform into Spirit Dive. Also needs to go into Black form. Needs to do Spirit Storm, one of his strongest spells in Spirit Dive, and needs Asta's help to do it. Which is essentially proof that a combo spell is more than A plus B. So what that means is that Lily is doing a combo spell between herself, which means it's more than those 2 spells combined. Which what it means is that power is double her regular power because it's a combo spell between herself. Which means that this spell right here is more than 2 times stronger. Like, it's way more than 2 times stronger than 100% Beelzebub. What does Asta think of this spell? Just flies right through it. This is regular partial Devil Union Asta. He's not using Zetten here. And he's just flying right through this spell that's twice as strong as Beelzebub like it's nothing. You know what that means? It means that partial Devil Union Asta with Zetten, which Zetten is stated to be a many times multiplier, many tens of times multiplier, and the Raws, which would mean 40 at the lowest. That means that when Asta uses Zetten, he's over 80 times stronger than 100% Beelzebub. And we're talking about how people are saying there's no power creep or power cliff this arc, when you have Asta being over 80 times stronger than 100% Beelzebub, a Devil King. So the power scaling actually goes crazy. Asta's just negging a spell, and his regular partial Devil Union that's twice as strong as 100% Beelzebub. And it's even greater, because this is a character that Paladin Lily, as I've already said, is way stronger than 100% Beelzebub. And so she just doubled a spell that's already way above Beelzebub. And Asta's easily negating it, and he still has Zetten on top of it. An insane power cliff that Asta, in his partial Devil Union, is way stronger than a doubled full power Devil King. But yeah, so that's like the crazy shit. Yeah, the Lily using a combo spell between herself, I think she's now the second person to do that. Makes it even more likely that is going to be doing a Solar Wind combo spell. But also, guys, I want to show you guys the importance of this chapter too. Because this chapter actually just straight up proves that, like, current Asta is above True Devil Union. So, this editor statement says, and this is chapter 339, right after Asta first learns Zetten the first time. It says, in this foreign land, surpass your limits and reach unseen heights. Now, unseen heights, and it's talking about surpassing limits. This would mean that in the land of the sun, Asta is going to become the strongest he's ever been, because that would be an unseen height, which means that no matter what, he'd be stronger than True Devil Union. So there's that. And then the editor statement ends up confirming itself in this chapter. This is the latest chapter. It says, Asta's completed his training and mastered Zetten. Which means, if it goes back to the previous editor statement 10 chapters earlier, because Asta's done with his training and mastered Zetten, that means that Asta is stronger than True Devil Union right now. So yeah, guys, there's the proof that Asta has surpassed True Devil Union. Well, it's not even the sole proof, but if Asta now has better feats, better scaling, better statements than True Devil Union, and he has the editor of Black Clover stating that Asta just reaches unseen heights, which means he's above True Devil Union. Would Spade TDU even be stronger than 100% Lucifero? I mean, I don't think so. Like, if you look at Spade, True Devil Union, Asta, he beat 50% Lucifero. But he did have a bit of struggles. So if Lucifero has doubled power, and maybe even doubled physical strength too, I don't think True Devil Union Asta does beat him. Yeah. I mean, if you go off of Lucius scaling, he should scale above 100% Lucifero. The fact that partial Devil Union Asta could fight him, and even Asta said he's stronger than when he fought Lucifero. But a lot of people don't like to use the Lucius scaling, which you don't even need to use it. I've already made a meta where you don't even have to use Lucius scaling at all to show that Asta is stronger than True Devil Union. I'll talk about that. Once this arc is over, I will be doing the Ryuzen 7 versus Lucifero. And I will talk about even the low-end metas of the Ryuzen body Lucifero, let alone the high-end. And like one thing I did want to bring up too from last chapter, we can actually argue that partial Devil Union Asta right now is more than 40 times stronger than the partial Devil Union Asta that bought Lucius. And then when Asta right now uses Zetten, he'd be 1,600 times stronger. There's evidence for it. Well, you guys remember, right, that all the Paladins, they saw the Ryuzen use Zetten against the 5-headed dragon. We know that the Paladins were there, present at the fight. And, like, here's this image right here. Achika just cut off the head of the dragon. Paladin Lily sees it. We know all the other Paladins are around her. So they saw this. So they see the power of the Ryuzen. Asta shows up, saves Achika, and then Yurulu, it says right here, in that moment, recognizing a tough enemy, the beast roused its fighting instincts, which means that just regular partial Devil Union Asta now, not even Zetten Asta, Yurulu is like scared of him, but he didn't get these instincts against any of the Zetten Ryuzen with their forms activated. So you could argue that Asta has now surpassed Zetten Achika with just his Devil Union, and then Zetten on top of that would be another 40 times multiplier. Like, the Black Clover power, cliffing, and scaling is just insane. Like, I don't... Does Tabata know what he's doing?